Welcome to Radiis, at least that's how I assume it's pronounced, as a kind of a variant to Radius. So first of all, thank you very much to Urban Goose Games, the developer of the game, for providing me with a free key for the game. So this game is interesting. I can't remember really having played any game like it. Well, there are games that probably are similar to it, but this game is very unique. It's a turn-based strategy game. You do not have any kind of units in the game, you only have buildings. Or, well, that is a kind of a truth with modifications, because you do build ships and trebuchets, I believe, but they are stationary, so they only apply to one tile. The game has a campaign that gives you more than 20 hours of gameplay. It also has a skirmish mode, it has custom maps, and it also has a map editor. You can find custom maps on the Steam Workshop, actually. So I'm not sure that making a series on this game really is the best thing, because it's basically the same thing. You have to like this kind of strategy. I do, so I've played a few maps in the campaign, already played a few hours of the game, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But I thought that I'd showcase the game and show you what the game is about by playing one or two of the campaign maps. As you can see, I've done the first 7 of these maps. The difficulty modifier goes from foolish to strategist. I'll play on normal, which gives both me and the AI an equal footing here. So these are the maps that I've done so far, and I thought that I'd start on the map called Buildings, which is the first map where you get other buildings than just the basic town. So let's just jump right into it here. As you probably guessed, it's a hex tile based strategy game. Okay, so this is where we begin. We have the blue player here, and we have our opponent up here. Now, before I begin doing anything, I'd like to mention the fact that the height of the terrain does matter. So if you have a building on a lower tile than another building from one of your opponents that is attacking one of yours, your building will take more damage, and vice versa, of course. Then you can see these colors that are rising for each turn. That is the population on the tile currently. So the various tiles have different population numbers that they can hold. Also, the height of the terrain matters. So if we call this level 1, which is the base level, the grass tile here have a population of 2000 in capacity. While a grass tile on level 2, or actually this is altitude 0, so altitude 1, the grass tile here has a population capacity of 1500. The forest has a base population of 1000, whereas it goes down to 750 and down to 500 in the next. For the grass tiles on level, I'm not sure if you can have grass tiles on higher population or higher altitude, I mean, than 1. At least not on this map. Desert has a base population of 500. And of course there's the fertile tiles, which has a base population of 20,000, which is rather nice. It goes down to 15,000 and then 10,000. You have the rocky tiles, you have the snow tiles, and of course water, which is affected by ships, but we are not, we don't have ships available. As you can see, there are other buildings down here which is not even visible. So the different buildings we have on this specific map is the basic town. It has a range of 2. It has a health of 100. It provides population growth of 100 to all the tiles within its sphere of influence. It damages population on your opponent's tiles by 50, and it damages the buildings themselves by 25. And it costs 200. We have 1,000. Then you have the camps. They have a cost of 500, a health of 500. Their range is 3 instead of 2. They barely do any population growth, but they do a high amount of population damage, and the same building damage that the town does. Then there's the tower. It has a health of 1,000, also costs 500, a range of 2. It infers a population growth of 100, does 50 population damage, but 250 building damage, which is very nice. And finally we have the castle, which does an amazing 500 population growth, but it only has a range of 1. Its health is substantial at 5,000. It does a moderate amount of population and building damage at 100. So I want to get across the water so I can get access to these fertile tiles over there. Placing a city or a town down here will give me access to the other side. As you can see, these tiles are now I don't remember the word for that, but they are now chosen, or they will turn into my tiles in the next turn. I will build a town here. And finally, I will build a town down there. So we'll click next turn, and the AI built 2 camps. So we get access to the other side of the water now. We'll build a town over there. And we'll also build a town here to claim access to this fertile tile before the AI does. And you can see the population is growing on the tiles. The blue marker and the red marker is growing bigger. The mine is growing faster than his because he's using camps, which only has a population growth of 10, versus the population growth of 100 that the towns give me. But we're out of cash, so I'll just have to click next turn until we have enough cash to build more buildings. What gives us the money? Well, the population does. So at the moment I have 33,200 of a total of 60,500. This tile represents a lot of that population capacity, whereas the AI has 13,890 or 46,000. How do you win the game? Well, I need to control 382 tiles on this map, and the moment I do that, I've won. Or if the AI does it before me, the AI wins. Okay, so we have another town we can build. We will continue to take control over here. I want those tiles there. Now, as you can see, the influence doesn't stretch up here, so if you want access to these tiles, we need to build a town or a camp here. And we will do so as well, but first we will claim that fertile tile. And there we go. So, in the beginning, there is a fair amount of waiting, I'm afraid. But that's okay. We are not bothered by waiting a little bit. We'll claim all of these tiles and we'll potentially consider building a castle over here. Or at the very least we will build one here. So now these tiles are within our influence. You can happily build a town or a building upon them. The population will still continue to grow. So I'll build a town on the tile, which will now double the population growth here. As you can see down in the lower right, it says that my current population is 600 and it's growing by 200 from each of these 2 cities each turn. Now I want to save up money so that I can build a camp, no sorry, a castle on this tile so that we fortify it. I don't want the AI to get access to that tile. And as you can see, this means that we are taking control of these tiles rather quickly because of the massive population growth the castle provides us. As soon as that is done, I want to build a camp here. And now these 2 camps will start attacking one another, as you can see. They do the same amount of damage to one another, so this is going to be a long war of attrition. However, I'm planning on building a second camp. Now this is also removing a lot of his population, which is because of the population damage that the camp does. So these tiles now have a -90. There we go. Now I'll build... No, the tower can't reach that, so I'll build another of these, which means that that camp will die before ours, because now it's receiving 50 building damage as opposed to ours, which is both receiving 25, as you can see. So these damage everything that is within their reach, and so does this. So he just lost his city on a fertile tile, which is not very good for him. It's good for me though. He lost the camp as well. Now I think we'll build a camp here, and hopefully we can take control of this. As you can see, he's expanded fairly well in this direction. Of course we will follow him. It's just a matter of getting down the population here. And I think that we'll place 3 cities here to gain control. So there you go. I now have plus 120, even though this does minus 200. So I'm slowly taking control of that tile. And as soon as I have control of it, I'll build a tower there to show you the efficiency of that. There we go. This thing does substantial damage. As you can see, it did more or less half of the health of the building in damage. Or not just more or less, it did half the building in damage. So let's expand a bit more while we take control of these tiles over here. We can place one more town here, I think. And we have very good position, I would say now. Let's try to grab that tile over there as well. There we go. And I will build several cities around that tile so that we can grow it up quickly to gain more income. I think we'll do the same down here, again to grow this tile as quickly as possible. And we'll do the same over here with the tile here. Okay, so now we just need a camp to... maybe there is a fertile tile up there, so we'll go through this pass in the mountain here first by building a camp here. And a city here to influence this tile. And this one is down. Now I'll build a camp down here to damage both of these cities. There we go. And we'll continue to move inwards into his territory by building camps that will attack his cities. Also, we will damage the population on these tiles. No reason not to fight a two-front war at the moment. Let's build a camp here to attack that city. And he lost a city up here now. And he's really fortifying a pair, so let's build more camps. There we go. Now we can build a tower here, which will instantly kill the city down there. Let's build a camp here. Now they do not take as much damage from this camp since it's an altitude level lower, but they do take damage from it, which is the important part, of course. Let's build another camp there as well to attack these cities. Excellent, we can build a camp here as well. and we have 59.16% tiles in control. Now I could probably win the game by just grabbing lots and lots of tiles over here now, and just keeping him locked in here, but of course it is much more fun to annihilate the enemy, as they say. So that is of course what we will do. Continue to attack these as well. Now, there are 2 altitudes between these, so these do not attack the cities up here at all, so we'll have to get around that by going this way. You can, if you want, remove a building you've placed by right-clicking it. You do not get anything in return for doing so, however, so be aware of that as well. It is an interesting decision by the AI to build a town there. Do note that maybe the AI seem a bit dense, the way that it's playing now, but I found that the AI in this game is pretty good, actually. I've lost a few times. It makes good decisions, most of the time at least. Let's build a castle here, so that we can get the population on this fertile tile up quickly. It can be a bit difficult to see what the tiles are in the middle of the night, like now. But there's definitely a fertile tile here, which we are very much after. Now, it could be a good idea for me to tear this down and put a castle here now. And then a tower here to kill that thing. Because this will reduce his population. Doesn't do that much population damage, but it is enough with the camp and these two that I'm now gaining control of this tile. And I can build a town here. But now this town is attacking this town, so that might not have been the best idea. Let's build a camp here. And a castle here to get up the population on those tiles. We can also build a camp here. And we can build a camp here. And now he's pretty much left to his own devices, because we are exterminating him, it would seem. Which of course was the plan. Oh, we built a castle there. Well now, let's build a few towers to get rid of that. And we can also build a castle there. Not that the castle only shoots one tile away, it has a range of 1, so these two do not really care very much about one another. Perfect, and now we'll build a castle there, and a town here. And that basically means that the AI is no longer a factor, and we can just expand to our heart's desire and win the game when we are ready to do so. Peep, peep, and that's it. Victory. Now, I can also show you this map, which gives an insight into the boats, which is an interesting mechanic, actually. So you see these boats here are connected in lines between my islands here. And the boats cost 500 to place. Now, I probably want to get another island as quickly as possible, but I'm not making much money at the moment. So what I want to do is to make sure that I am influencing these fertile tiles as much as possible. 200, 300. Oh, that's not very nice. He has one more than us. I do not approve of this. So we'll just have to go and grab this other island over here as soon as possible, which I am afraid means lots of waiting, as I need to save up the necessary money to build more boats. There we go, we can build another one here. Ho hum. We can build one there, and now we get access to this tile, where we shall of course build a town as quickly as possible, and we will continue to build towns and take control of this island ASAP. There we go. I want to have several towns influencing that fertile tile, like so. So we have 4 towns influencing that tile now, and the AI has begun his advances on this island here. Now we can build camps here, which might be a good idea to do as soon as possible, to try to wrest control of the island from him. This will of course create a war situation here rather quickly. That's okay, we can deal with that. And doing an encampment here. And we can build another encampment there. And he comes with his tower. A responding turn. And we'll build another camp here. Will you stop doing that? A castle, eh? This might tie us up for a while. Indeed it will. I fear that he's making more money than us, yes. So maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Maybe we should focus on expanding over here instead and just let him control that island for now. He did invest lots of money into castles and towers there, so let's hope that what we did wasn't a complete waste. There we go. All a matter of just taking control of the island, while making sure that we have 4 cities influencing the fertile tile. I think we'll save up and just go straight for the next one, since we need to outmoney the AI as quickly as possible. There we go. On this island, I think we will build a castle here to influence both of those tiles immediately. And now the question is, where do we want to go? I'm guessing up there. I'm also guessing the AI will quickly start to expand. Note that the boats do attack one another, so they are not just for expansion, but also for combat. They do 100 damage to both population and buildings, and they also grow population by 100. Here we go, he is coming at this island, which means we need to hurry so that we can build towers. On our coast. It's coming this way as well. And he's coming this way. The boats beside him. 2 boats is better than 1. Boom. However, this is not the place that I want to fight him. So I'll do this. And I think maybe a good approach would be to go this way. Now I'm making more money than him as well. Continue downwards while he's busy down here. Now I think I want to save up some money before I start actually doing anything. Just place down some boats, and here's the castle. Let's counter that with a tower. In the boat. He's definitely going to defend quite extensively here. Boats also have a range of 1, so okay, let's see here. Let's save up some money. Put a tower there and there. He's responding in turn. Sadly, I have no option or ability to take control of either of these tiles. I can try to place a boat there, however. Don't think it's enough though. He's really on the defensive here. So this could be a very long stalemate battle with many questions about what would be the best strategy, and I'm sure that many people have an opinion on this already. So the big question is, how can I actually get in through his defenses? One good way would just be to gather enough money wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 castles. I have never seen the AI do that, so like I told you, the AI in this game isn't stupid, far from it. Just collecting money now. And I think that we'll go grab this island up here as well. Since it does have another fertile tile, which means that we will additionally out income him. I can see no other way of actually winning over him than to make sure that I make more money than him at the moment. Now, these tiles may be vulnerable. However, I do suspect that he will quickly counteract me. As long as he has control of so many tiles around here, there is not really much I can do. Since those castles will make sure that I do not have control in any way. At the moment it's just a matter of holding out slowly but steadily. I am surprised, however, that he hasn't been more aggressive in his attacks towards me. There's very little I can do except try to sneak around him. Just as he's trying to sneak around me. And I'm definitely not getting any leeway with him here, because he knows how to build castles and when. Maybe I should do the same. Not that it's going to do me much good. This is going to be a very, very long and drawn out battle. What I can do is tear this down and change it with a tower. Which then means I can build... No, I cannot build a tower there because of him. I'll tear this down and build a new tower. I expect that he will replace his castles immediately, the moment they disappear though. Tower here. Tower there. New tower there. New tower there. Now I need a boat here. Another tower here. Maybe I managed to get a foothold now. Just maybe. Indeed I did. That will most certainly help. I don't think he can stop me now. Excellent. He's also on the lower ground, which is even better. Not sure how he's keeping control of this. At the moment this is just a war of attrition. I'm pretty certain all of the resources that the AI has also is going into this war at the moment. I'm pretty certain that I've won this war as well. There we go. That was interesting. And the island is mine, not bad. So, well, that took a fair amount of sneakery. We will do the same over here. Now we need to save up money again. I think he's pretty active over here now. Which suits my purposes rather well. There we go. Now we'll just assault the coastline here. Tower. There is really not very much we can do about the castle tile. However, now he just gave us access to building more towers here, which is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And then we get a castle, which is even better. It seems that he has some cash problems compared to us. Excellent. Because I can build twice as many towers as he can now. He's in trouble now. He's losing this island as well. Which means that we will probably win the game when we've taken this island. Maybe we need to take another one. if we do, it's not going to be a problem. The camp will attack the city there slowly. The tower will be bothersome though. Guess we'll just build another castle. And now a tower. So I'm trying to get control of these tiles, which means I need a camp to damage the population on the tiles. He will keep foiling this with the tower, of course, but since we have the advantage in terms of money, it's okay. There we go. And another castle there. The tower here. Camp here. Oh, you're attacking me from that side, are you? Let's get rid of the boats out here. Perfect. Now we want a castle there. Put a castle there as well. And there. Just to stop him from taking these tiles from us. Should be sufficient. He seems to be back at attacking down here, which is excellent. We need to take one more island, which means we need to save up money. I'm thinking to attack over here. Let's just go check the health status of our towers. Everything here is fine. Okay, let's build up like this. Build a castle here. And a tower here. Let's swap this out with a tower. No, castle I mean. Sadly, he has more influence than us. Let's do that and build a tower there. Here he is with his response towers, of course. Have to take down those cities, so excellent. Now he's in real trouble. Things are getting even worse. And we won. So, that is Radiis, and I hope that you enjoyed this little feature of the game. If you liked it and you'd actually want me to make a series of this, please let me know. I would be happy to play a few games, possibly from the campaign, in a short series. I wouldn't want to make this a long one, but it could be fun if you guys enjoy watching it. So check the description if you're interested in buying the game. You can buy it on Steam. And I hope that you enjoyed the episode. So thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.